This recipe is going to blow your mind.
I hope someone is filming you so you can put this on YouTube, Elaine.
No, this is no. There's a lady who does it already.
I know it.
The video is really good. Ask Patty.
Yeah, we sent it. We sent you the video link.
Oh, send it to me. Yeah.
No, well, we sent it twice, so but we can do it.
It's Jenny Can Cook. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the food processor.
Wow, that's drippy.
Drippy. And there's a lump. It seems like I always get a lump. So what I do is I just smash it and stir it in. But my dough is very drippy. Yeah, I broke up my lump because I think it's a lump of just flour that didn't get really wet. Okay, so this is all ready, and we just pour it in a bowl, which I will do in a minute because I have another bowl that I'm using. So you cover it with plastic and you let it rise, and it looks like this.
You're kidding me. Mine didn't look like that.
So it's got bubbles on top.
Wow.
And I don't know if you can see on the underside of my bowl, you can see lots of bubbles.
Airy.
Airy.
Elaine, was that one made with a Cuisinart or hand stirred?
This one was Cuisinart this morning.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm lazy.
Well, I was lazy to use Cuisinart. There's too many parts to wash.
Elaine, mine turned out like a rock. You can throw the bird die.
No, I think the trick is to make sure that your water is not too hot. So then I just take a mat, put some flour on it, and then I just take the dough out. I don't know if you can see, there's lots of holes in my dough.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
So, but you see how goopy mine is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think goopy is better than dry, but too goopy means you have to add more flour. And I think that's okay.
Why are you pouring it onto or what?
Just a mat with flour.
Oh, you're going to knead it first?
I'm going to shape it.
So is this the second batch or first batch? No,
This
second.
This is the same as the one that I just made with the food processor.
Oh, uh-huh.
But I did it this morning so that you guys could see what it looks like. And Patty was asking me about a scraper. You can use anything. Anything that has sort of a
Did you already proof that one?
This one proofed. This is after the first proofing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because I had to leave for a second.
Oops. See, it's so goopy, it's sliding off, but that's okay. It's like, this is like a no big deal bread. I'm surprised that Patty's didn't turn out the very first time to do it.
I told you I'm not a cook. It's proven.
You better stick with quality, Patty.
Hey, Elaine.
Yeah.
Mine didn't turn out either. It's just hard like a rock.
I don't understand that.
Let's go to Elaine's house and have a picnic in the backyard.
Yeah.
You can kill the birds.
I'll
So
bring
what I'm doing
cinnamon rolls.
So what I'm doing is adding flour so that I can shape it, because my dough ended up very wet. So I just have flour and I just keep adding some so that I can actually touch it without getting stuck.
Because you're not actually kneading, are you? You're just sort of folding it in.
Yeah, because I
You
want to make a ball, but it's too runny for me to touch it to make the ball. But you know, it's very light and airy.
I hope someone is filming you so you can put this on YouTube, Elaine.
No, this is
You
no.
can make a
I
lot
mean,
of.
there's a lady who does it already.
I
You
know it.
her video is really good. Ask Patty.
Yeah, we sent it. We sent you the video link.
Oh, send it to me
Everybody-
again.
No, well, we sent it twice, so but we can do
It's
it again.
Jenny Can Cook. Do you hear
Oh,
that, Jenny?
I think I wasn't that interested because I didn't have a pan, but now that I have a pan, I might try it. But two people,
I
two people
cannot
on a piece
cook,
failed.
okay?
That's not good.
It's not
You
you,
cook.
Jenny Can Cook.
No,
but
I
Jenny-
cannot cook.
Okay, so can you see? It's really mushy,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
that's beautiful.
It's a pretty.
So it's ready. You can add less water and make it firmer, but close enough. I just use parchment paper and put it on it in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So this is where it's going to rise for the last proofing.
Okay.
And where's my bowl?
Too much work.
No, this is easy.
No, that's easy because you can let it rise and go do something else and come back, and you don't have to watch it. But you have to kind of be home all day, and we're home all day, so it's no big deal. Most of the time, you can go to the store, you go to Costco for 3 hours and come back. No big deal.
So just put it in another bowl and cover it up and let it rise
With
For
some-
how long? For how long?
for about half an hour. So this is doing the second rise.
But the second rise, you don't have to put anything. You don't cover it with plastic, or you do cover it. Or
Oh.
just leave.
I did cover.
Oh, that is. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I got the technique down. I think
So,
so. That would be a good challenge.
this is the one that I did in the Cuisinart, and it's rising already. There are bubbles on the bottom. So this will be another hour before it's ready to go into the oven. When you're close to ready to bake, you want to turn your oven on. And different ovens are, you know, some run hotter than others, but they recommend 450. For
Oh,
my oven, I found 440 works better because 450 made the bottom
Brown.
hard. I like mine soft.
you have a
So
convection oven?
440 degrees, and you put your Dutch oven or whatever pot you have in the oven when it's cold, and let the temperature rise with the pot in the oven. So that
before you put the bread in there, or
before anything. So
Oh,
like your Dutch
oh.
oven,
You preheat the oven when you
and preheat the
pan.
pan.
pot.
so Dutch oven, and it's cold, right?
Yeah.
Put it in the oven.
How much was your Dutch oven, Patty?
$70 plus tax.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it
I'll
was
do-
rated number 1.
Okay. I'll use my dance. I think I use that to make stews. I forgot about it.
Well, you know, I made
And
it to
I've
make
done it
something
in
too.
this pot,
Yeah.
and I've done it in this pot.
Oh,
They
really?
both work as long as they have a lid that is tight. So the pot went into the oven and heated up as the oven heated up. And once it's hot enough, you just take the bread that, you know, was on the parchment paper and drop it in the pot and put the lid on. And you let it bake for 30 minutes. And after 30 minutes, you take the lid off and bake it for another 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how brown you want it. Okay. And so when it's all done, be careful because the pot will be really hot.
Oh
right?
yeah,
So
right.
it needs to sit on like your stove or something and pull. I mean, the lid is off, right?
Yeah,
So now you can just pull the bread out
right.
like that.
No mess, no fuss, no mess. Uh-huh.
And you have to let the bread cool before you cut it. But here's your loaf.
Oh, look at the top. Oh,
And you tap it, you
Beautiful.
can hear it. And if you push on it, you can hear it crunch.
what's the white stuff on top? Flour?
That's flour. I made a face.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
So what you do is you have to score the top of your bread so that there's somewhere for the steam to escape. Otherwise, it blows out the sides. And
You
so
didn't tell
that's
us
why
that.
when you buy bread, you see that they've got stripes
Yeah.
or X's or whatever. So this time I decided I could do a face. And so I just
This is
used-
before you bake it?
yes. So before you bake it, you need to score it. But you can score it making anything. So I decided,
Oh, cute.
so I
Why do you have all the
put flour
flour
on top. I put flour on top and then decided the design I want. And
Oh.
you can use a sharp knife or scissors and just cut it. And so if you don't cut deep enough, it still blows up somewhere else. So you have to cut, deep enough, but not so hard that you deflate your dough.
Okay, wait. So then you put flour and then you do your slat, your cutting?
Yes, that's to give it a white face. Otherwise, it would all be this color.
Oh, but you don't have to put flour on there.
You don't have to put flour.
But
But
then
I did it.
you just need to put enough slat to let the air come out.
Yes. So are you ready to see what it looks like inside?
Yes.
Yeah. You can't, you have to wait at least, I don't know. I tried it right away. That was a bad idea. 20 minutes maybe. So can you see the inside?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nice.
So it's very light.
Oh, yeah.
And smooth.
Have a lot of people eaten it? You given it to different people, your neighbors and stuff?
Well,
Your kids?
my kids have eaten it. I've made probably 8 loaves so far. Because once you make it and you eat it warm, it's very easy to eat half a loaf, just the two of us.
Oh,
Too much bread.
that's too much bread.
But the next day, it tastes better toasted than just like that, because it gets a little, the outside, at least maybe I don't bake it long enough, the outside gets a little soggy, but once I toast it, the outside gets crispy again.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it tastes really good, and it really doesn't take that long to make.
Yeah.
This was fun. It's easy, and it doesn't take a lot of time,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't take a lot of ingredients, because I just
Right.
use the active dry, the quick rise, the dough should rise faster. So, you don't have to wait as long.
But my yeast is like 5, 6, 7 years old from Costco.
That's
Maybe-
okay. What
been
I
trying
would
to
do
use-
then, if my
And-
yeast was old, is that I would put it in water with a little bit of sugar and see if it foams up. Because
Right.
if it foams up, then it's still good. And you may have to wait a little longer for your dough to rise. But as long as your dough rises, you're good. And I think that was one of Patty's mistakes, because hers started to rise. She got tired of waiting. Yeah. And so if you wait, regardless of what kind of dough you use, what kind of flour you use, if you wait until it doubles up, then it's going to be airy. Yeah.
Okay, so if you put that yeast, the old yeast I have, because I've been putting water and sometimes it proves. So did you deduct the liquid from the
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, so you just put like maybe half a cup and like a teaspoon of sugar because that's what I always do, and it poofs up.
Yes. And then
Yeah.
just mix it in your dough, along with the rest of your water.
Oh, don't mix it in the flour. Mix it when you put the water in.
Yeah.
The wet yeast. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to know technique because it can be a little sensitive if you don't do it the right technique. Because I wasted a lot of flour and your time. So yours didn't come out at all, Patty? You didn't
Well,
have a
actually,
chance
now that I look at
Patty has good stories.
yeah, yes,
Okay.
Elaine helped me all along. Oh my gosh, my texting is like a book. But
So,
anyway,
so tell us the story.
okay, the first time I used whole wheat, half white, and I used a sifter, and
Mm.
it turned out like rolled biscuit dough. There was no gooiness to it or tackiness.
Oh, it was dry.
Yeah, and so I thought, well, maybe this will work. And so I let it rise. It didn't rise too much, and I thought, okay, well, this is getting on beyond 3 hours. I'm just going to put it in the oven, right? So I warmed up the pan with the oven, and then I put it in the oven, baked it for 30 minutes. Took the lid off. It didn't have any shape. I mean, it didn't expand hardly at all.
You killed it.
So then I pulled it out, and well, after I let it crisp a little bit, you take the lid off, right? Then I pulled it out, let it cool. I cut into it. It was very dense. I knew it'd be a little bit dense because it was half whole wheat.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so Jack and I had a piece or two, then I put it in the garbage. I put the rest in the garbage. And I said, okay, this is supposed to be easy. I'm going to do another one. So I did totally white flour.
Right.
And he may have even, and it was brand new. It was not stuff that I had on the shelf for a year or so. So it was brand new. And I did the exact amount of everything. Oh, the first time I used the instant hot, and it was I did the measuring of the temperature, and it was 135. And I told Elaine, she goes, oh no, it's too hot.
You killed it.
Yeah. So the second time I did it less temperature. I added some cool water to the hot water. Same amount of yeast, using whole white flour only. And I didn't sift it this time. I think I just sort of stirred it around, and I put I mixed everything. And it still had the consistency of the rolled dough that you make. It was still dry. So then I added more water quickly. And then I think, my sister, meanwhile, had said, because she wanted to try it, she says, oh, yeah, put some yeast in a cup and add a little bit of warm water and a little bit of sugar. I didn't want to add sugar to it. So I just added.
Well, the yeast it likes to feed on sugar. They don't make it rise.
Yeah. I just thought, okay, well, maybe just the warm water. And I added double the yeast. I added the whole pack in the end.
Oh.
Instead of what was it, Elaine? A quarter teaspoon?
1
teaspoon.
Yeah, one of those yellow packs.
Yeah.
Freshmans. So I put that in and I let it rise.
Did you put it in the water and let it rise?
Yeah, then I thought, oh, it's too gooey. But now that I see Elaine's, hers was really gooey.
Yeah.
It's probably more gooey than usual, but it's still fine. I mean, you can add more flour to it, and it may just need to bake a little longer, to dry out, but it works.
So Patty, your second batch, so what happened? You had to let it rise 10 hours or 18 hours?
I did let it rise about 4 or 5 hours. And I put it, the bowl, the first time I put the bowl, my sister said, warm up the oven, turn it off, turn the light on, it'll stay warm, and put your bowl in there. So I did. I left that in there for an hour and a half. Much. And I said, heck with it. Okay, I'm going to put it in the pan. So I heated up the oven with the pan, And then then I pull it out after it heats up, put the dough in it. And after what, 30 minutes, Elaine?
Yeah.
Open up the oven door, and my mitten was on top of the lid because the knob on the lid was so hot. You know, you have to lift it with something when you preheat it.
Uh-huh.
So then when I went to get the bread out after it cooked, the pot holder was still on the lid. It was baking. And my daughter said early on, Mom, I smell something burning. I said, no, it's probably a fire outside or something. Fire, I was thinking, because it was beautiful. You know, it was beautiful out. I thought it was a beach fire. Oh no, you're not. And then when I opened it up, that pot holder was starting to brown.
It's a plastic.
What?
It's a plastic.
What is?
The knob on the top of the lid.
It's a heavy metal. It has to.
Oh.
The pan that I got is a Dutch oven. It
Don't
can
put anything.
450 degrees.
Yeah, plastic will not survive 450. It
Right.
has to be metal.
Right. And so that's why when I lifted it up, I used the hot pot to lift it up before I put the dough in, right? And I just put the lid on and left the hot pot on there. I mean, the
You
pot.
forgot it?
Yeah.
How did the pot holder taste though when you sliced it up?
And I specifically look for something for 450 degrees that will stand 450 degrees.
So you mean any kind of pot holder won't work?
Pot holder?
Pot holder to take the lid off?
No, I just use a regular one.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say you have to get
You're right. The silicone, the handles. I got the silicone handles holders. And
Will that work?
Well, you know, I ordered at the same time that I ordered the pot. I go, okay, I'm gonna get all set. I got the scraper, I got the pot, I got these 2 pots. You know,
Just take a video. This is what you should not do. Follow Patty. Patty Poofer.
Okay.
Patty Goofer. Goofer.
But anyway, what I did in the second time, since those silicones didn't really, you know, they were supposed to fit that pot, but it didn't go in. It went in enough, but the lid kept it from going in further. So then I did double pot holders on both handles because it gets really hot.
Well, how did the bread taste, Patty?
Okay, you know, both times it tasted great, and the bread this time it got a little bit bigger. I measured each one. Just
Did you take a picture of it?
it might have grown maybe half an inch to an inch on the second.
What was the texture like? Was it dense or?
Went into it, and actually, it had a few holes like Elaine. So I guess.
Oh wow!
I was expecting it to be really holy, you know, like you get the what kind of bread do you call that? That
Artisan.
yeah. I was expecting it to be really holy. So yeah, the second one I gave to my sister when she came.
Oh, that's so nice of you, Patty.
You know,
Are you sure she ate it?
oh yeah, she did. She took
Oh, you know, we got a lot of birds that would like it out here. We have these geese. This lady, I call her the bread lady. She feeds up. We need your bread, Patty. They would love you.
But you know, Elaine, that was a good idea to lower the temperature on the oven because my crust was really, you know, it
Hard
was
on the
really
bottom.
hard.
Wait. When do you lower it? After you heat it up, you lower it? Forgot.
When you're heating it up.
I'm heating up the oven now to do the one that, you know, is doing the
Yeah.
second rise.
Yeah.
And so I'm only heating it to 440 instead of 450.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I mean, I could try 430 instead and see if but so far the bottom.
Do you have a convection oven? Convection oven.
You can use either.
Convection oven has a more even heat.
Right.
It doesn't
Right.
have a bottom rung. But
Well, that's why they like using the enamel coated cast iron pots because the heat is more even all the way
Right.
around the pot.
okay, I'm gonna try that. If it rains today, I'm gonna try that.
Okay. Patty, I have a problem to have the dough rise in my room because our room is kind of cold,
Uh-huh.
especially like today. And I found out I was not making that the bread. I was making that the Chinese, the mantou, the
what?
white one.
The what?
Chinese bread.
Mantou.
I'm making Chinese bread.
Oh, I want the
Like,
recipe. For
the wrong one. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Oh, for humbug. For humbug.
Yeah, something like that. So I have a hard time to have a rice. Certain time I have to wait for a long time. So finally I realized I heat up the oven to like the lowest temperature I can. Then when it reaches to that temperature, I let it cool down for a little bit. So you just feel it. It's kind of warm, but it's not really warm.
Yeah,
Then I put my bowl in it. They rise in half hour.
I know. That's what I do. My niece would
Yeah.
put it at 170, and then for like maybe half an hour, then turn it off, and then when you're ready, sometimes you can put a pan of hot water in there.
Oh, that helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's
leave
a lot
the
of
light
different
on.
Huh?
And leave the light on. in
Yeah.
the oven because it generates
Right.
some heat too.
There's a lot of little tips,
Oh, okay.
but it gets in your blood, and you want to make it better and better. So I made like 6 to 8 batches of cinnamon rolls already. But I'm giving them all away.
You're
I
right.
know. It's like the kids said they don't need to eat any more bread for a while.
Well, we don't really eat bread at all. I don't, but I love delicious homemade bread.
But the smell in your house, Elaine, must be amazing. I just
It
want to come over and
smells good.
smell your house, smell your kitchen. Thank you, Elaine, for doing that. You're so sweet.
No, this is
Yeah.
fun.
Thank you.
We should do
Next time we get together, I want to see a picture of everybody's bread.
Yeah.
I want to see what kind of design you cut.
Well, we don't know about that yet because but when we get good, we can start doing Mickey Mouse or I can do a princess for my grandkids. Oh, that is so clever. You're so it's fun, and it's good mentally, and it's challenging.
Here's a text. This is my second story. This is all that I wrote, Elaine.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Step by step of what not to do. This was the second bread.
Send that to us. So
This is one of the loaves that I sent to Patty. A picture of a loaf that I made.
oh, you're hard to challenge up to the.
No,
Wow, that's
and
beautiful.
this is how come Patty got inspired.
Oh
yeah.
Elaine texted me or emailed me. Oh, I have a new passion, bread making. And I go, what? So then
And I told her it was so easy.
Well, now I'm going to try it. But you like the Cuisinart better because I bought that $250 new Cuisinart. I had the old one like you guys for $40, and the container cracked. They said, why don't you just get a new container? I said, no, I want a whole new thing, because the cords started getting yucky. And so, Amazon sent it to me, and I chopped up some nuts with it so far.
Now, I need a new bowl, and because my
order.
machine is very old, and it's hard to find.
Amazon had it.
bowl.
Amazon had it.
Yeah, so I just ordered one today, and the guy said he only has one because
Wow.
now they make you buy a whole new assembly.
Yeah.
It's $150 for the whole new assembly. I
No,
thought
it's
that I could almost
$250.
buy a new machine.
I had to buy a whole new machine. It's fine, I mean, how many machines that lasted me 40 years? Like, what the heck?
Yeah, mine is 40 years old.
Well,
I know, I got the
we
same.
got them all at the same time when they first came out.
It was guaranteed for 30 years, and it went 40 years. So there.
No, I thought it was lifetime on the motor.
I don't know, but you know what? It's okay. Let's just buy new stuff every once in a while. It could be my last one. Oh, that was great fun.
So my pot is heating in the oven.
Yeah.
The dough that I put in, remember the wobbly one?
Yeah.
It's 1.5 times what it was when I put it in.
Let's see. Hold it up.
Can you hold it up, please?
It still looks kind of deflated.
So it's still wobbly.
It still needs to be risen. It needs to proof a little bit more. Yeah.
I'm gonna let it rise a little longer,
On
and
the
then I'm
counter.
gonna put it into the oven.
Oh yeah.
You're not waiting 3 hours?
No, this one, because it's the second rise.
Oh, wow.
Can
This
you do
one
that
will be ready ready to put in the oven in about 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll bake for half an hour, and then take the lid off.